Hello and welcome to another update video. In this video I want to show you one of my other favorite cryptocurrencies for the next year. I already talked about the Near protocol, about being one of my favorite cryptos for 2022, and in this video I'd like to introduce you a little bit to Stacks. So I don't know who knows Stacks. I already talked about Stacks in one of the recent member live streams to all channel members as part of some other cryptos that I find highly interesting. And Stacks I think is really interesting and could be really big in 2022. The ICO was in 2019. I think it started at around 10 cents. We now have a $2.25 price currently. But as you can see here on the chart, this is the KuCoin chart, Tether Stacks. You can see that it was already above $3. Now it then started to consolidate strongly, and we now have a chance, I think, to still buy Stacks again at attractive prices in my view. What is important to see is that we are above all the EMAs, so we are above that, but we're still fairly low compared to where we already were in the beginning of December. Now, what is Stacks? Stacks is this second layer, or some people call it 1.5 layer solution for Bitcoin, and they want to bring a decentralized internet, DApps, and smart contracts to Bitcoin. And it's getting really, really interesting. It's something sort of unique. Overall, we can see that it's at rank 54 of by market cap, and we can also see that the max supply is 1.8 billion. So far, the total supply is 1.35 billion. We can see certainly from this that certainly much more is possible in terms of price increase. So rank 54 is high, but it's not too high. We're not like in the top 10. So definitely a lot of prices. These prices could go up quite significantly next year if the hype around Stacks pick up a little bit, and I think it will. And I've got a few reasons for that. So first of all, Stacks is highly interesting. You can basically, as an investor, you can buy Stacks and then you can stack, not stake, but stack your Stacks coins, and you get Bitcoins as rewards. At the moment, the rewards are around 8%. Here you can see it, 8.5% annually. And you get rewarded in Bitcoin. These Bitcoins come from the miners who actually give Bitcoins into the network, because the more Bitcoin they give in, the more Stacks coins they can again get out. And they have this consensus mechanism, which is called proof of transfer, not proof of stake or proof of work. No, it's proof of transfer, which is basically, well, it's based on this, the transfer of Bitcoins actually, to everybody getting Bitcoins as rewards. And it works quite well. As you can see here, they want to bring DeFi to Bitcoin and also NFTs to Bitcoin, which is really, really interesting and attractive. I mean, bringing smart contracts to Bitcoin is nothing too unusual. It's fairly new, but also the Taproot upgrade brings these in. But now with Stacks, you've got a very interesting project where they really drive it. And it was founded in 2013. Since then, it has really grown. So it's really something, not something that has just come around the corner. It's really something solid. And I think it is like one of the first ones that actually had approval in the United States to issue coins, as in an ICO back then. So Stacks is looking interesting. And also you can see this proof of transfer consensus mechanism, where the miners, the STX miners, earn Bitcoin, but they then, by bringing Bitcoin in, they compete to earn Stacks. So the more Bitcoin they bring in, the higher the probability they can add another block to the blockchain, and then the stackers, they get Bitcoin and they lock their stack coins basically. Also, Stacks play a huge role in these city coins. So they basically provide the ecosystem for city coins. If you don't know what city coins are the coins that are now issued by some of the major cities of this world. Started in the United States, I think. So we've got now Miami, we've got New York City and Austin, and more cities will be added. I think Miami was the first one. So you can buy Miami coin basically. You can get Miami coin. And this is a way for cities to participate in the blockchain world to basically generate additional income. And I think more and more cities will join this, and it seems to be working quite well. So you can see here, Miami coin is the first city coin to market, built to support the Magic City while rewarding its holders through the Stacks protocol. City coins are powered by Stacks. a protocol that enables smart contracts. Yeah, so that you've got the miners here going into the city coins. So that's going in circle here. Then these city coins go to stackers, and also city coins go into the city wallet. So not only to the stackers, but also into the city wallet, which means that cities have a chance really to provide or to generate additional income here. So you can see step one, the community mines to create Miami coin. So for example, if you find certain people, that can happen in every community, in every city. So I think as soon as you get 20 people together, they can start to mine or to create a new coin here on this protocol. Then stackers receive the stacks spent to mine the Miami coin. That 70% of rewards are distributed to these people, and 30% of rewards go into the city's wallet. So that's a great way for larger or generally cities and towns to generate additional income. So that's why I think this is going to grow in importance and is something very, very big for 2022. This is only recently started, so it's really very, very early, and this can benefit Stacks as well. Also, the Stacks protocol is the first, is going to host the first Bitcoin metaverse game, Moonray. Yeah, they have raised $3.5 million, and they have raised this through a seed round that was led by Animoca Brands. So Animoca Brands is one of the companies standing behind the Sandbox, if you don't know that. So that is big, that is really big, and you can get a first impression here of Moonray on the Moonray website. Not that necessarily you need to be interested in playing it, but I think it could be quite big because it will be hyped. It is the first blockchain game here on the Bitcoin network, and you can play a video on here on the website. Unreal Engine, you know, it's looking solid, it's looking good, looking interesting, a little bit surreal, but certainly something very interesting that could be happening here. And that will be a metaverse game. So you can see also here the funders of this game and the partnerships behind it. So really, really big. And this could benefit Stacks, of course, as well. It could just be the beginning again. So all of this, you know, is adding together and really makes Stacks very interesting for me. Also sort of unique because it is not just another DeFi solution. It's a whole ecosystem that basically expands on the Bitcoin network. And if we look at the price here, I think it's fairly interesting as well. I mean, we are obviously not below $1 anymore, but we are in a solid uptrend here, I think. You can draw a solid trend line here that we could even come back to, I think, at some point here. But even though I think in 2022, we might see another parabolic increase here for Stacks. We can see that on the weekly, we have just only tried to get into a bearish crossover here. I think that was sort of stopped, or it's just about to get stopped with the latest Bitcoin increase as well. It's pushing that up, so that might have been stopped, and we continue our way up from here. Also, the stochastic RSI is just turning around to the upside, as with so many other cryptos as well. And on the RSI as well, we're still in the bullish range. So actually, the uptrend could continue for now. At some point, there will be a larger correction as well, but we have already seen prices above $3, so bear that in mind. On the daily, also, you know, the stochastic RSI is now in the overbought range, but the RSI isn't, and we've only just seen, together with Bitcoin as well, a bullish crossover on the daily MACD. So in my view, also because we are above all the daily EMAs here, or the EMA ribbon, I think the price increase could continue short term, but definitely long term as well. And I think this is a potential to get into something that's still fairly early, you know, not 20 people are talking about it. I think Stacks could have the potential to get into the top 20 next year. All right, that's pretty much on Stacks. Hope you liked the update. If you did, please smash the like button and subscribe. Thanks a lot for watching. Bye-bye.